Dave Lang of Iron Galaxy.
Yes, sir.
When they talk about New York, they call it the city that never sleeps.
The Big Apple, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The windy apple.
The question is moot.
The question is moot because I want to know about the opposite.
Yeah?
What happens when a city sleeps?
That's pretty good.
That was good.
What happens is you get a very radical person. I was going to say something really bad there.
I could see the gears turning.
Go on.
Yeah.
I was trying to work into. You remember when Sharpton called New York Hymietown?
I do remember that.
I was trying to work a reference to that in there, but I couldn't figure out how to land the plane.
Yeah, that's probably for the best for all involved.
Yeah.
Eric Pope from Harmonix Music Systems
Jesus.
Incorporated.
This is
You are here?
This
I
is
didn't
great.
say it. Sharpton
This is
said
a great start, Dave. It's a real great start.
Sorry.
Good Lord. Hi. Hi, Jeff.
Eric Pope from HarmonixMusicSystems.com, LLC.
I feel like I sat through Dave's quick look very politely. I didn't drop any controversial statements.
Well, that's, I mean,
We're 2 seconds into mine, and he's just throwing them out there.
I was trying to think of names for New York, and then that one that he said once popped in my head, and I was just running through the list of names for New York. For whatever reason, that one popped in my head. I was going to say it. I realize it's a derogatory thing, but since I didn't say it and he said it, it was a reference, and I'm not saying it. That's all I'm saying.
What is he talking about?
a city sleeps.
City
Stay
Sleeps.
Puft Marshmallow
I
Man
actually,
situation.
so all shenanigans aside, this game's dope.
All right.
I got to play this earlier today.
the Dave Lang seal of approval before we even get off the title screen. Eric Pope, this
Hey.
is Harmonix's new game. You have a plastic instrument in your hand that is called an Xbox 360 controller,
That is absolutely correct.
and this is running on a personal computer.
This is A City Sleeps. It is a twin-stick bullet hell shoot-'em-up shmup driven by music. It's definitely an old-school style 90s.
I'm going to put this out here.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this out here. You tell me. I'm going to bounce this
Sure,
off you as
sure,
having
sure.
as having played this game back at PAX and then
Yeah.
watched a little bit of it as well. A City Sleeps is Forgotten Worlds meets Rez.
Huh.
You could make that argument.
I like what I'm hearing.
You could make that argument, and I don't think you'd be too much in the wrong in that argument.
All right, now for those of you at home that have not seen this game, think
Or
about that.
played those games.
Or played those games, then I don't know. The vibrations are starting
Oh, great.
again.
Oh, this
The
is good.
vibrations are starting again.
Building is shaking.
If you didn't watch the Killer Instinct quick look, then this will be you'll think that I'm wigging out. But no, they're building a bus terminal behind the building. And it shakes the whole building to its very foundation.
They're drilling the ground.
They are drilling into the ground. Take me to the Ghost Garden, Eric Pope.
Yeah, so you play City Sleeps as Poe. She is a dream exorcist.
Angry Johnny.
Angry Johnny. She's a dream exorcist, so in your everyday life, you would go to her. If you have nightmares, she could dive into your nightmares and clean them up.
A nightmare diver.
A nightmare diver. That was the original working title of the game. And she uses these ghost familiars, which she's collected over her adventures over the years. They're spirits that she's harnessed. And so, if we dive into the Ghost Garden, these actually help you in combat. They have different abilities. You unlock them as they go. We have everything unlocked right now, but there's a whole progression to the game where you would... Yep.
That ghost is angry.
It's a spirit of loathing.
You could have some fun remixing some sounds
Sure,
here.
that's the sound of fortune.
So I'm gonna go with this. This is my loadout here. This is the Anger Ghost. He will help attack enemies in combat. The Mercy Ghost will help heal you in combat at a price. And the Master Ghost is a total badass and will also hurt enemies in combat. It's based on your position on the screen.
Okay.
And then we have other ghosts as well for you to experiment with when you buy the game on Thursday, October 16th on Steam for PC and Mac.
Whoa.
Yeah, $14.99.
Whoa.
10% off launch week.
I already bought it.
Dave bought the Russian SKU somehow, which I didn't know we even had.
It's pretty good.
And then he used a VPN to unlock it early.
So Poe wakes up one day to start her day as she does in the city of San Lo.
Poe was in the Activision game Apocalypse.
Really?
Yeah, singer of Angry Johnny. She played a character in that game.
Good
so it's not the
Lord.
first time Poe has been.
That was the Angry Johnny reference that you made.
Yeah. Angry Johnny, the song by Poe. Everyone knows that. What are we talking about here?
I knew it.
You knew it.
Yeah.
Of course you did.
I'm there for you.
All right, this
So-
is not that Poe, is what you're telling me.
I haven't
is
thought
not.
about Poe in many, many years.
I haven't
We
either.
should all think about Poe.
Until today.
What do you think about Jill Sobule?
She kissed a girl before it was cool.
All right.
Wow, that's good.
That's a good poll.
You guys should do a music show,
Yeah?
but only about 90s music.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
it's your favorite decade of music, as I
It
understand it.
is my absolute least favorite decade of music. There's not a lot there that I like.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I lived it, guys, and I didn't like it at the time.
All right.
Back to A
A
City,
City
Sleeps.
Sleeps.
What's your favorite album of the 90s?
Oh my God. So you
Put
can't-
you on the spot. 10 years.
This is not cool to say these days, but I really liked Radiohead at the time.
What about The
See?
Chronic?
Those were judgmental.
How about
Which Radiohead?
Enter the 36 Chambers, perhaps?
Yeah, that's a great one. I came to that after the 90s, though. I was
Okay,
a little late,
all right.
late to the party.
I think I'd go by any means necessary. I have to go that.
Wait, is that 90s?
Or is that 80s? That's 80s.
That's
huh?
80s.
Which one?
I mean, I'm young enough where I don't know what that is. Just kidding.
Young Dave Lang.
Not a hashtag, not a cop.
Okay, City
Eric
Sleeps.
Pope, you have to play this game.
This is going off the rails.
Select a dream for
Yep.
me, Eric Pope.
So this is your Dream Select screen. We've unlocked everything. I'm going to show you level one. Every level is a different dream in the game. So entomophobia is the particular theme of this dream, which is a fear of insects. So there's a lot of gross little insect baddies in here. So the first thing you're going to notice is everything is tied to music.
Whoa.
Yeah, so the firing of your weapon, you are not firing right now, but when you do fire, it comes out rhythmically, correct?
Yep, it comes out. So it's its own layer in the soundtrack. These dudes spawning in are their own layer.
You know what game did that?
Tell me.
Rez.
So so everything that builds the soundtrack as you play. We definitely learned some lessons doing Chroma, which was a much more complicated version of what you're seeing here in that it was an 8 versus 8 first-person shooter.
Right, yes.
But a lot of the same concepts.
And now this is so Chroma made it into a closed
We did a
alpha
closed alpha,
stage
yeah.
and was then shelved, correct?
Well, shelved is not the word I would use.
Okay.
Some could use that word.
Sure. All right. But long story short,
long story short-
this game was produced by, was it some or all of the Chroma
Some.
team?
It was a small core from the Chroma team. We asked them, what would you like to make? And
They said a Batman game, and you
Yes.
said no.
Can't do that.
And they said, all right. what would you
They
like?
are hardcore fans of this genre. They're the type of guys, like our project lead is the Neo Geo guy, where he owns every super rare Neo Geo game that's ever come out.
Awesome.
In Japan specifically. Like, he's hardcore, and like, so this game sort of speaks a lot to his sensibilities. He also did all the art for the game, all the character art. Whoops.
Well,
Wasn't paying attention. Doing a demo.
Talking and playing.
Talking and playing's tough. So it was a really small team actually, so it was pretty neat. It was a new thing for Harmonix, where Rock Band was made with 250 people.
Right,
This
yeah,
was made with
yeah.
about 6 people.
And you guys made it super fast, too, right?
Yeah, they just started development back in May, and it's
wow.
coming out this week. So yeah, a lot of new operating for Harmonix. Some have called it like the Double Fine model. We have a bunch of projects across the company right now that probably a lot of them won't actually see the light of day. But a lot of prototyping, a lot of concept validation, that sort of stuff.
cool.
So this is one that is seeing the light of day, which I'm pretty psyched about.
So mechanically, these things appear on this. What do you call these?
So these are idols.
Okay.
So they take different forms, but the main thing that you'll notice symbology-wise is a triangle or a square. Those denote what type of idol it is, a fast one or a slow one. This is a fast idol, so it rapidly spits things out. Depending on what ghost you put in, determines what comes out of it. So I put the Mercy Ghost in, so it's spitting these healing pellets out at me.
Yeah.
If I switch it out with the Mercy Ghost, it's this tripwire. So anything between me and that ghost takes a lot of damage. And the
Yeah.
building is shaking again.
Building is shaking again. Send help.
Oh, it's just those fat beats.
Yeah.
And then if I switch out to the Anger Ghost, it's a machine gun type effect.
And it just will target enemies at random. It's not based on your position like the Master.
Exactly.
Got it.
So the Master is a little more advanced in that you have to be conscious of your strategy, whereas the blue one, the anger one, will just track an enemy and shoot at it for you, which is pretty nice early on.
Hope, tell about the hitbox.
So the hitbox, very important. Thank you, Dave. Poe's hitbox is just that green circle in her chest.
Oh.
So you don't need to worry about your legs, and this obviously becomes important when we get to the more like bullet hell style patterns where you need to navigate through a ton of bullets.
Yeah, yeah. And so at any time you can slow down the game to swap in your ghosts into the idols, and then you have a dash. Is that the other like mechanic at your disposal?
Yep.
Okay.
And actually, if you get enough, so there's a melee mechanic too. As I get close to guys, my attack turns to a melee. It's hard to see against the red background, but I'm collecting this red energy that fills up a red bar. Above
red energy, red bar, got it.
I get enough of that, and then I have what's basically like a bomb mechanic. It's a giant sword that I can kind of clear the screen with. It does a lot of damage. It doesn't just automatically clear the screen though. Like.
So how does generating the music for a game like this work? Where, I mean, you have enemy spawns tied to it. Did the soundtrack come in as is, and then the levels were programmed to that, or did the music have to then be adjusted, or how?
So it's something I have a ton of respect for. Arthur, his stage name is MQ. He's our sound designer and composer. He's also the level designer because while he'd be at home in his studio composing the songs, he also had to visualize what each piece, what each instrument, what each stream of audio would do in the level itself.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy. So like if I log a bug like, oh, this bad guy on level 2, it's not shooting properly, he has to not only fix it in the level, he has to go back to the actual composition and recompose the song. So it's kind of bonkers.
Yeah.
He's a really, really tremendous guy, and I don't know how much we'll get to in the quick look, but like the breadth of style is something that there aren't a lot of games that sort of thread this experimental hip-hop electronic needle. So it's a really unique.
Like you guys and Heavy Bullets.
It's a pretty unique style that. Again, depending on the level, like if we get to level 2, it's a lot more chill, which is kind of an interesting dynamic because you still have a lot of hectic things flying at you, but it almost puts you in this meditative state that these types of games kind of have in general. Like at Harmonix, we talk about a flow state a lot. I don't know if other game developers use that terminology, but for
we have another game developer here with us, Dave Lang of
Bradley. Do you want to take over?
Iron Galaxy. Do you guys care about the flow state?
At all times.
So the flow state, to us, at least at Harmonix, with rhythm games, is where you get into the zone and you're playing a game and you're not really thinking about what you're doing. Your hands are sort of going on their own. And it's actually a pretty, like, it feels really good. Like, you get into the flow of a game. And so adding that musical layer on top of a game like this is really another way to kind of like.
How do I sync with the idol?
There
it is.
There you go.
Nope.
So yeah, guys, Brad is playing now. I just tossed him in so I could talk.
Something essential. Right bumper dashes.
Yeah.
Right bumper dashes.
I'm doing a bad job of taking advantage of that, but.
Yeah, I think that's one of those things that, like, music games that are not explicitly about playing the music. It is one of the coolest things they can do is you get into that mode where you're just like, every sense is focused on this thing right now.
Which was sort of, I think we hit that with Frequency and Amplitude. It's like, that's sort of what lured people in, the people that love those games.
Have you considered supporting the Res Trance Vibrator?
Whoa, God.
I like that you're saying that as the building is literally vibrating.
Yeah, but what if it was vibrating in time to the music?
It's making me consider it. It is helping me to consider that.
Does this support the Rock Band Stage Kit?
Oh my God, it should. I actually think Teasdale might have coded something into Roundabout.
I think he might have. He talked like he was going to. I don't know. Because, that's what you can do when you have all the time in the world.
What game are you talking about?
Turnaround?
Turnover.
Yeah, Turnover, okay.
Yeah.
So Brad is now going to fight the level 1 boss without any real training, and I feel sorry for you, Brad.
You should shoot it. You should probably shoot the parts that flicker.
Shoot those mandibles.
Full screen.
Do you play these types of games very much?
Sometimes. Holy shit.
So what is the score here? You have a number and a percentage. What does that mean?
So first of all, I should point out, every time you die, you lose a chunk of your score. 10%, I believe.
It's like Borderlands.
Does Borderlands do that?
You lose a chunk of your money.
Oh, that's
Percentage of
right.
your money
Yeah,
to
yeah.
resurrect.
Yeah, so you have a multiplier. As Brad kills people, that multiplier is going up. There's a little bar that's cooling down on the side. So basically, he has within that bar
okay.
to kill another enemy to keep the
So
multiplier
it's basically a
building.
combo. Okay, got it. Yeah.
And then the other thing we do, if you use the Mercy Ghost, which I do a lot because I'm terrible at the game, is it gives you a negative 20% penalty.
Got it. There is a downside.
Yep.
There is a dark side. That's another good album from the 90s. I got distracted by that. So, with the music being tied to the on-screen action, how do you handle things like difficulty levels? Do you have further amped up versions of songs, or do you say like, oh, now everything fires at double time, or how do you handle it?
Yeah. So. With increased difficulty, you'll get more projectiles on screen, more enemy spawns. The enemies take the same amount of damage across difficulties.
Yeah.
So it sort of helps you to build your strategy as you play through. I'm thinking Brad will probably like this game. It's got that Dark Souls thing where you die a ton and you feel compelled to continue to like do better. And then when you finally overcome, get that boss, like it's such a good.
Feels really good.
Yeah, I think this is one of the few genres you can get away with that kind of stuff still.
Yeah.
Because it's like people that like these games want that.
Yep. Yeah, so I hope,
Yeah, sure.
I hope folks that might not otherwise play this type of game come for that sort of aspect. Like, there are not a lot of these. There's definitely a niche of this type of game that still gets made.
Totally, yeah. But you know, like
They're mostly coming out of basements in Japan.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
there's a whole, like,
there are some new ideas coming out of that stuff. I don't want to totally discount the genre as being stale, but like it's largely a nostalgia play, you know, and so seeing kind of different take on that stuff is kind of cool.
Yeah, and it's an interesting balance too. Like the team, like I said, they're huge fans of those games, so there's a ton of respect to the conventions. While also trying to do new stuff.
Yeah, like that hitbox stuff is definitely like that's right out of a lot of that stuff.
Yep.
Sure.
And in fact, Dave has pointed to the dash. Actually, I think, Jeff, when you saw it at PAX, the dash made you invincible. The team actually decided to remove the invincibility.
Well, I'm glad you told me that, because that would have died
That'll
a
be
lot
your whole
more.
strategy, right? Because they wanted the game to be as challenging as possible without feeling cheap. You can sort of take advantage of the invincibility aspects.
Yeah.
I like that it says boss time.
I don't know what to do.
Don't get hit. And
I'm trying.
Shoot and don't get
I would
shot.
suggest getting closer.
slow down
Brad.
time.
Use your melee on those. Oop.
I'm dead.
Do you want to check out level 2, or do you?
Can
Someone
I
else want to
try?
try? Yeah.
Is the melee a different attack, or is it just?
Nope.
Okay.
Just get
It
close.
turns to melee when you get close to the
All right.
enemies.
Okay, what are my...
So Jeff is playing now. So yeah.
Okay,
Right
so-
trigger, hold right trigger to slow down time. Carousel with left bumper.
Okay.
And when there's an idle, it'll just automatically deploy whichever one you have highlighted.
Are you locked into each idle choice, or can you change it out?
You can change it as much
Oh,
as you want.
okay.
There's a cursed mode that actually Dave played earlier when we were playing So that's actually a thing with the level progression. There's easy mode, normal mode, and nightmare mode, but there's also cursed modes for normal and nightmare that add a modifier. So on one of the levels, the curse modifier is you can't switch out your ghosts. Once
Okay.
you deploy it, it's stuck there.
What's that meter under the idol?
I think it's when it fires, right?
Yeah, so actually if you listen to the soundtrack and watch that meter, usually it'll correspond to a layer in the soundtrack.
Okay.
So that's showing you when it will deploy next, but it's
Yeah.
also
I
in
see.
time and music. So you can deploy Jeff into that second idol if you want.
Is there a way to tell, like the top idol? So like I had blue, or he has blue on the top idol, or he did, and it was shooting projectiles. But when I had blue on the bottom one, it's doing more of
Right.
like an AOE circular thing. Is there?
That's the triangle and square.
Those are the two differences.
The
Okay.
triangle is a fast one, square is a slow one.
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly. Blue in the slow one does area of effect. Blue in the triangle does the machine gun.
Gotcha. That's cool.
Yeah, so there's a lot of combinations.
variation,
for you to- exactly.
Blue and the green is a potent combo.
It is, and that's what we start you with. Like, those are the two basics.
And how many of these are there in the game?
There are 6 different ghosts.
Okay. Don't give up the ghost.
Okay. Oh.
I found the back of the screen to be a bad place to hang out.
There you go. There you go. I like to go in the close game on this guy for this first phase.
Just having trouble working my... Yeah, I'm not doing any better. I'm not doing any better.
See, they're subverting your expectations.
Yeah.
Normally in a bullet hell, you want to hang back and let the bullets like disperse so you have a path.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to level 2 here.
check out level
we're
2.
So we're showing a little bit more here.
So that's our level select. So yeah, if you want to do Lucid, that's our normal mode.
Okay.
We were just doing Lucid on
Oh, I
level
see.
1.
Okay, so you got difficult.
Yeah, and you can sort of check out the curses if you want. Like the cursed. So the level 1 Nightmare Cursed, which is the hardest single level in the whole game, is 1 hit and you're dead.
Oh, well,
Through all 3 stages.
that would make me curse.
It's pretty tough. So the other thing is, though, as you play through and unlock the levels, you actually get relics, too. We're calling them relics. So they're little things that also modify combat to help you. So some relics make you shoot faster, make Poe move faster, they'll buff your ghosts. Actually, you have a relic equipped right now for the Anger Ghost. That's why that area of effect is actually pretty big. It's usually smaller than that.
I'm sorry, how are those unlocked? Is that something?
Those are unlocked just through progression.
Okay.
So this is sort of what I was talking about. So each level has its own look and feel. So the theme of the dream here is like plants, flowers, organic life. And then the song itself is way more chill than the previous level.
Oh, I was trying to get health in there.
Which cuts both ways. So the more chill song, you're going to be shooting a little slower.
Right.
So you sort of have to adapt your style of playing. I should also mention the soundtrack is available if you like what you hear. There's a deluxe edition of this game on Steam that comes with a soundtrack. You can get the standalone soundtrack on Steam, or we're actually going to be putting a Bandcamp page up on harmonixmusic.com where you can buy the soundtrack without going through Steam.
So, Jeff, one thing I found on this level that helped me a ton was, you know how in Geometry Wars you just basically go in a circle and try to get people to trail you?
Yeah.
So you do that, but then when they get close, you dash away. And so you kind of keep your distance from them. Like, you're never not dashing away from this big mob trailing.
Right.
And that works out great.
Oh.
You're creating space.
And the other thing that's important too is that melee attack. The more of it you do, you'll get your special, which comes in super handy when you get to like mid-level bosses. There are these Lotus guys that'll show up in a little bit that you can do a lot of damage with your special attack.
Oh
boy.
Yeah, can't just dash through that.
I am totally spacing out right now, man. Like, wow.
Right?
This is kind of trippy.
Are you in the game flow?
Yep.
It's not even playing. It's trapped in the flow.
What's the vertical green bar up there? Is that's not health?
It's the combo bar.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
the
your
combo.
combo. So.
Bound for the Floor by Local H, another
There you
hot
go.
song of the 90s.
Oh boy.
Okay, so go on the other side and get by the green. You have to be by the green.
Holy crap.
And just all you can do here is just go to the pickups.
I would not recommend Dave. It worked for Dave, but it's a tough strategy to go by.
What if I'm here inside this heal radius and I'm getting pickups? What's going to happen first?
It only fires every so often.
Yeah, those guys have pretty high health. You can survive them though. You don't necessarily have to kill them.
Oh
God! Oh God! Oh God!
Okay, we got this.
Now it's a strategy.
Shoot. Shoot forever.
Shoot Forever, another working title of the game.
I would play.
No!
I would play a game
You're
called Shoot Forever.
Just about to get to the mid-level boss.
New bright eyes taking me out. My eye, I went blind there. I
I don't know. Big a lot of Connor Oberst fans on the team.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bright
Of
eyes.
course, yeah. You guys want to?
Oh my God! Screen is
wow.
The
Is that
screen.
is that the game or the building? I'm not sure.
All right, guys. I'm gonna take a crack. I'm gonna take a crack at this. Regain some honor. Nick Chester was talking mad shit about me.
As he does.
I mean, I am not good at the game.
I mean, yeah, he says he
he's
calls
not.
me at night and says like, "You won't believe what fucking Pope did today."
So he's not off base.
He sends us screenshots of your score every day.
But I feel like I have to like redeem myself a little bit. So maybe I can get you through this level.
I'm gonna say no, based on the previous efforts I saw from you.
Is this the, I guess, what you would call the easiest difficulty?
No, this is normal mode.
Okay.
Lucid is our normal mode. Reverie is our easy mode.
Okay.
And there are, for people who are so inclined, as you're progressing through and as you're unlocking levels and unlocking relics, there are little flavorful bits of narrative that you can unlock too in the shell. Like there's no cutscenes or anything. This is a super gameplay focused.
What kind of flavor are we talking? Is it like savory, umami?
It's a little umami.
Okay.
Oh god. So yeah, I used to play with the dash a lot. So I'm still.
You're still getting used
check
to
it
the
out.
part where.
So now I'm going to use
okay.
my.
Right.
Holy crap!
I forgot about the big super
doing
sword.
damage, but not enough. Not enough to survive.
Holding that sword over near him, going, "Hey guys, hey guys."
That yellow is not helping you a ton here. That yellow.
You're right. You're right, Dave. Let me max out my heal. Actually, I'm gonna put the anger ghost over there.
Oh yeah,
Do
look
some
at that.
damage on him.
Oh
Shit.
yeah.
That's what we call
Shit.
strategy.
Dave, do you want to jump in here? Your eyes still hurting from earlier?
I feel like I played this on cursed. I played this level cursed,
You
and I did really well. But then I was blind for the next 15 minutes because I didn't blink the entire time.
Yeah.
So I think I deserve a run back. I'm gonna try blinking this time. Hey, could you set up cursed for me?
Do you want to do cursed?
Yeah.
All right. It's hardcore. Do you want to do nightmare cursed?
That's one hit done.
Nightmare cursed.
What is that?
That is what you did. Nightmare cursed.
Oh, that is what I did. Okay, give me that.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
So yeah, like I said, we did a cheat to unlock the whole
Okay,
level
so,
select.
yeah.
So if you were getting the game, you would progress through. You have to
Progress through each one of the stages.
you
and
have to
unlock
progress
stuff.
through on normal
Yeah.
first, and then you unlock
Okay.
the normal cursed, and then but you're also unlocking the different ghosts as you do it. So it's giving you a lot to try out. It's really focused on replayability.
So what are the rules here? One hit death and what else?
No, so
Oh.
for this, so that's on the level 1 curse. Nightmare
Oh, okay.
curse. Level 2 nightmare curse is once he deploys a ghost into an idol, it's locked in there. He can't change
Oh,
it.
okay. But you can still take normal damage.
Why is it
Yeah.
not deploying? What am I doing wrong here?
What's up?
Why is it not deploying?
You have to hold the right trigger
Oh,
to slow
I see.
down. There you go. Oh god.
Ooh.
Some rough
So
place
you
to
can
be.
also
It's
see.
a lot of bullets.
Yeah, I was gonna say the difference. So I was just playing on normal. Dave's playing on nightmare. Way more bullets.
I'll cut you.
Jeez. Oh,
There you go.
Drats. No, 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 no. Not like this.
Get out of there, Dave.
This is bad. Nuts.
Man.
it's not quite the run back.
Crunk.
It's not the run back you expected.
Oh, this game's good. Fucker.
He was all prepared to talk mess about it.
He
but
was.
It's just like, oh wait, this game's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I hope
I
people.
think the drilling stopped.
Yeah, I hope people give it a shot. I think
It's such a different
it's well for
look
harmonics.
for
especially.
harmonics.
You know, we're specializing like super social, casual before it became a catchphrase games, like games you play with your friends and not worry about like
Oh, that's horse bleep.
competing. And this is about as hardcore as it gets. It's like leaderboard runs, the nightmare mode shit.
Yeah, yeah. A serious shooter.
Hope I think I might add this game to my Extra Life roster.
Oh, sweet.
Well, that's a good call. I'll do
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I'll do it for Extra Life too.
Like, this is like a good 3 a.m. game when I'm about to fall over. Like,
Yeah,
sugar,
I bet you'll do real well.
sugar that's the whole plan, man. That's the whole point. Chug a Red Bull, get myself back in it.
Yeah.
Well, that was the thing we were just joking about before too. Is that a lot of Harmonix's games like excelled when you were drunk. And this is not one of them. You should not drink and play this game if you expect to do well.
You haven't seen how I drink.
Okay, I feel like this is the idle setup I want.
Okay. Yep, I agree. That is a good setup. Gotta watch out for those bullets.
Pro tip.
That's your advice. There you go.
That's my single
Nailed it.
pro tip for City
That was the
Sleeps.
original subtitle for the game. It's like, the city sleeps. You gotta watch out for those bullets.
I'm on the wrong side again.
Oh man.
Not where I want to be.
David. So this strategy worked for you before, and I don't know how exactly.
God bless.
Ooh. Those guys are jerks. Spiky dudes.
It's because I'm blinking this time.
Yeah, I mean, you paid the price. You know, I think maybe you used up your mental focus for the day on that earlier run.
That's entirely possible. I don't have a lot to begin with.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way.
Maybe this is a little premature, but have you guys talked any console plans for this game?
I would absolutely love to bring in a console.
Dude, let us port it for you.
Sure. Will you do it for free?
Pro bono.
Do it as a favor?
What engine did you use?
Unity. This is also Harmonix's first time using Unity. It's a lot of firsts for us.
Yeah.
First time on
Let's
Steam.
talk rev share.
Yeah,
Are
first
you-
time using Steam, first time on
I like how
Unity.
he's just ignoring me.
I didn't know. I didn't know Pope was doing biz dev now too.
Yeah, I only do biz dev while cameras are rolling.
That's how you do it. That's how work gets done. This couch, live microphones.
But
What
no,
are we
to
talking, like
answer
a
your-
70-30? What are we talking, like a
Gosh,
40-60?
yeah,
Like,
done,
what, you know?
Oh,
God,
Brad, give it-
Deals off the table.
do it another
so
try,
mad.
Brad.
oh no! All right.
All right.
yeah.
One more run here from Brad.
We were still on the Nightmare
Yeah,
Crazy
of course, yeah.
Town. Fuck.
But yeah, to answer your question, I would love to bring it to consoles. We're not there yet. Nothing to announce in that respect.
Just
Sort
the
of see how it does on Steam,
Yeah. And is this a Windows-only release? Is also
Mac, and PC.
Okay.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is the projectile different on this level than it was before?
Yes,
It's not as rapid fire.
exactly. So that's
Okay.
like that's where the
Variation.
The variation,
Some of
the
different level stuff.
soundtrack.
Oh, no. Fuck.
Because the thing, Pope, is that I have an advantage you guys don't for console. So I have a pretty highly placed friend at PlayStation.
Oh, boy.
Someone who might be able to get this deal done.
And I
This
something
is bad.
I don't know who you're talking about, Dave. Yeah, I'm actually kind of bummed that Drake is out of town. I'm sure he would have stopped by for this if he was.
Yeah, we could have extra loaded up the couch. Hijinks. Get him on here talking about Dave Lang's Xbox One game.
Oh, I should also mention
what
this,
a bandwagoner that guy is.
Hey, I'm looking forward to that Xbox One game.
Just the worst.
the game is also available on Humble if you want to pay the same price but give 10% to charity.
Huh.
You can do that there, and basically you still get a Steam key if you buy it there. So like,
Okay, so
it's the
yeah.
same thing, but you're helping out charity, which is cool. They do DRM free there, which is just another conversation for us. Like, do we want to build a DRM free version or a console port or both?
Right.
A lot of questions.
Yeah. So kind of get this out there, see what takes, and,
Yep.
and go from there. Yeah.
Yep,
The old try it out plan.
I genuinely really, really like this game.
that's
Yeah,
awesome. Thank
it's
you,
cool.
Dave.
It's cool.
It definitely gets its hooks in you with that, like, die and
I
want
like
to
the
improve.
the whole music shooter like. Yeah, this
Well,
I
and,
think
and
is
it's
the
really
right
important
form
to note.
for.
I mean, not that we needed to say it explicitly, but there's no beat matching.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not hitting the stick in time to the beat. You
No.
are
Yes.
holding it, and it is firing.
Because
but-
I think a lot of people assume music game equals beat match game, which is fine. I love beat match games, and we do those
Yeah,
as well.
no,
We're
they're-
making Amplitude right now.
For me, it's the strategy and positioning involved with the idols. You know, picking which thing to put
Yep.
in which idol. You know, it's like knowing the level.
Yep.
Knowing like, oh, the blue AOE thing would be good on those spiky fuckers.
Yeah, exactly.
And I need some health over here, so let's drop that thing. It's cool.
Yeah, it adds a tower defense element that this type of game doesn't generally.
Yeah, look, I found a place to be. No,
And that your place changed.
Oh man,
Okay, your
just
place is
like
back.
real life.
Yeah.
Metaphor for
missing
life.
all the health. All right, I give.
You're doing really well.
I'll get back to this.
A Brad gives.
So yeah, that was the original.
Yeah.
One of the other original
Yeah, one
working
of the original
titles.
titles.
Yeah, and I mentioned the Relic Room, so there are different modifiers here
Cool.
with funny little blurbs.
Oh, increase speed, man. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Yep. So that's A City Sleeps.
All right.
Available on Steam October 16th.
The 16th.
You can get the deluxe edition for $17.99 or the standard edition $14.99. Deluxe edition gets you the soundtrack. 10% off for launch week.
10% off for launch week.
So basically, Giant Bomb listeners are buying 3 games this week.
Are they?
Are they going to buy...
Or 0?
3. They're going to be buying 3 quality digital download titles on a plethora of platforms.
All right, okay, walk me through this. Let's hear it.
My recommendation, you start off with Dive Kick, either on the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One. Then you make your way tomorrow to Killer Instinct 2 for the Xbox One, Season 2. Then you finish up on the PC strong with A City Sleeps the day after that. A game a day for 3 days. So godlike.
So godlike.
Well, that is the independent recommendation of one Dave Lang.
That was a convincing pitch.
We know what's great about that strategy, Dave, is they're all very affordable.
If you
games.
can prove you bought all 3, I will call you and give you an inspirational speech.
Wow.
How would you recommend someone go about proving
I'll
that?
figure that out later, but it'll be something with Twitter and pictures or something. But I will call you up and I will get you hyped up for your day.
Do I qualify for that offer?
Yes, you do.
Great.
There are no bounds here.
All right. Well, there you have it. That's a bold claim that I think you might live to regret, as you are.
There's no way I live to regret that.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. A City Sleeps. Yeah, that looks cool. I'm glad to see it. I mean, it came together so fast.
It really did.
Yeah.
It really did.
That's cool. Well, that's out pretty soon. And yeah, thanks everybody.
Thank you.